G'day everyone, back again this week with Jesse and Mel for Kitchen and Butler's Pantry Week. Tell us all about it.
We couldn't quite get the win. We lost by half a point, didn't we? To Deb and Andy. They did have that incredible void in their home, so you can see why the judges were quite, taken back by it.
Yep.
But massive week for plumbing, right? Because you had the island bench, you had to jackhammer out all the floor to run all the services through.
Yep. So the one part of the plumbing on the block that we had nothing to do with was the undergrounds. That was done first. The issue is most of the contestants wanted island benches, including Jesse and Mel, and we had to jack up the slab to move that piping. Now, keeping in mind that we only had a week to do rooms,
yes,
that was a big setback.
That was a massive setback because it meant that we had to jackhammer it out, put all the steel in, obviously the mesh, and then obviously run the services through. Then we had to wait for the building surveyor to come through and sign off on it, then pour the concrete. But then you had to wait 24 hours for it to cure before we could put the floor on top of it. So really tough week for us that week. Yeah. So that was the second time that we did the chevron flooring, and we knew that was going to be a challenge, right? Because let's face it, kitchen week, it's a really trade intensive between, the guys from Kingsman Kitchen coming in and doing all of that. And so we had to get the flooring there. We got the flooring there on Tuesday night, didn't we?
Yeah.
Got the flooring there on Tuesday night, or was it Wednesday night?
No, it would have been Wednesday.
Would have been Wednesday.
Yeah,
Tuesday would have been too soon.
Yeah, that's right. We had to get the flooring on the...
We nearly couldn't get it.
Nearly couldn't get it.
Yeah.
I had to send it down from Sydney and got to the factory. Then Mel went and actually...
To Dandenong South
and picked it up. And then I didn't start laying the flooring until about 8 o'clock that night.
Yep.
And worked all through the night till about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning to get all the chevron laid up to the kitchen and all in the butler's pantry before the cabinetry was going in on top. So that was a massive week.
And I love that you just mentioned, you're up all night working. How many hours a night were you averaging of sleep on this thing?
Oh, that night I would have had 2 hours sleep.
But even in previous weeks?
We found like a Monday and a Tuesday you got more sleep.
Yep.
You could go to sleep at a reasonable hour, like 11, maybe 12.
Yeah, Monday, yeah.
As the week progressed, you'd be maybe 3 hours.
Yep.
But yeah, Jesse, he didn't sleep much. I'd make him sleep at the start of the week, but by the end of the week, no.
And so another thing that I learned from being on this season of the block is you've got to do all of the painting yourselves. No one can help you.
No one can help you
You
paint.
are on your lonesome.
Yeah, exactly. You're all on your own. Thank God for Daz coming on and showing me how to use a spray gun, because we turned into like the spray gun wizards. Mel and I would mask everything up, spray everything, back roll it, spray it, back roll it, and it just meant that we could get it. Well, I think
you could have done half the time compared
half
to
the time
cut in and rolled.
Compared to the others, and I think it's a much better job as well. It's nice even coverage. But yeah, extremely happy with how the kitchen turned out. We only lost by half a point.
Amazing kitchen.
Wasn't it?
We had the 3-point contact. It was good for entertainers, for cooks, and for families. So it was for everybody. We built a kitchen to entertain for anybody.
Yeah, and we were the only ones that had like a proper 900 oven. Like a lot of the other homes didn't even have the under the gas cooktop oven. They had them on the walls, and we had one of those as well, the microwave oven, and the one in the butler's pantry. But it's a family home.
2 dishwashers?
Yeah.
2 dishwashers, one in the kitchen island bench and another one in the butler's pantry. And we've got the rotisserie in there as well, so you're going to use that flat out.
Yeah. A thing that made this week quite challenging for us, other than the undergrounds that we needed to change, there was quite a bit of plumbing involved in the kitchens, but also every week we have to think about all the services that need to get through a room to reach another room.
Yeah, that's right.
So, every time you guys plastered something up, we had to think what we needed to get in there, because it's not just as simple as styling a room, it's getting the hydraulic services and all of that there. So this was a big week for us, because not only are you guys thinking about the styling and getting that room done, we're getting in the way of yous, trying to get everything else through, thinking about how to make the next week's easier.
Yeah, that's right. And it was difficult because as soon as you plaster something, obviously that's it. So if the plumbing's not in there, you're ripping the ceiling down. So you've got to think forward about everything that needs to be done. And I remember in particular that week, because we were closing it off, we had to remember to run the services out through the, the studio, I guess, that's going to go out the back eventually. And so massive week. For plumbing.
But a great result. We got the living room coming up this week, and we'll catch up with Mel and Jesse to see how they went.
Yeah, we'll see. Fingers crossed.
Hey guys, don't forget we've got a competition running where you can win a walkthrough with Jesse and Mel of house number 5.
That's right, all you have to do is like, tag a friend and share the video, and Mel and I will give you a private VIP tour of house 5.
Woohoo, good luck!